Okay, so my first StarCraft commentary, it's Bad Habits. That's me right there in the blue, and my friend Shots, who we've been playing Call of Duty together for a long time, and he just put me onto this new game. I'm gonna admit it's the worst I've ever been at a video game in my life, but it's besides the point. So we came up with a new strategy. It's worked for us pretty well. We're like 16 or 17 and 10 in 2v2s, and we were 5 and 9 starting off. So I'm gonna be Terran here, and basically what I'm gonna be doing, and I'm gonna give my friend control. Basically, what I'm gonna be doing is marine rushing, marine mass producing. Not even gonna stop for gas. I'm gonna let him get me the gas. He's gonna be rushing, getting speedlings, zerglings, and we're playing two Protoss guys here. The teams were even. We're only in the Bronze League. We're just starting out, you know. I'm assuming we'll be silver in a day or so. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna basically create as many probes as possible. Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rocks. 3 per rock, 24 probes is an ideal amount of probes you would want in this situation, plus the mule that you can call down once you upgrade your command center into a orbital command. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on with this. I mean, if you're the Zerg player, expect to be always looking around the map, always aware of what's going on. And if you're the Terran player like this, I got caught off guard a little bit, wasn't paying attention, was paying attention to my command, was recruiting stuff, and this guy almost kills my probe, which is making the barracks here, and then I send two out, chase him around, make sure that this guy doesn't die. It's crucial that you don't lose any probes in this because all the minerals eventually at the beginning all the minerals are pretty important. So I'm just gonna create some supply depots, block off my base just in case one of them decides to rush with the zealots here, and looks like he's most likely setting up the warp gates. Actually, I know he's setting up the warp gates because I played this game about 20 minutes ago. I decided it was a good game to upload. 15-minute game, not too hard. We not even a close call really. We don't get too many doing this if we don't miss click or stuff. The only games we really lose if he's going to rush and they're rushing us at the same time and he misclicks and I'm not prepared to handle two people at once while he's trying to rebuild. Um, both these guys looks like they're going for the warp gates, and as far as I can tell, expanding and isn't a good idea when you're trying to do this when you're trying to win fast. None of our games really make it past 15-20 minutes. The longer ones we usually lose. Ones that they did a good job blocking off their base and whatnot because we just don't have the power to come back from that while they're sitting in their base just making units. You can see he's already got some Zerglings out. This is basically what he does. He's gonna get the Zerglings out and make them into Speedlings, and just get as many Zerglings out as possible. We go to the units, resources. Obviously, I just spent a bunch. The units. See how I've already got 8 Marines out, and I mean, this guy's got what, one stalker and one zealot. If we had no, I mean, if I could have seen this while we were playing, I definitely would have gone over there right now. But but for the time being, I'm content sitting back here. Basically, what I have my friend do is make me about three sets of 50 for gas, so I can make reactors, and I'll do one reactor at a time while controlling the barracks all at the same time. And pretty much you got to make sure that the whole time you're doing this, you got to have just go around in a little circle, pumping out units, because it's about all you do in this. But if you do successfully, it's a really nice tactic, and if you try it with a partner who you're close to, who you know how they play, then it's a good tactic. See here, he we're going for a rush, and then we notice, oh, they're trying to do warp gate thing right here in the middle, which is where I sent my probe and got killed, because these two points right here are really crucial in this map, considering that there's really no outside route you can take that's swift enough to make a big deal. And you can see here we easily get rid of all these guys, and they're warping in more people. But as you can see, I'm still pumping out more and more people. He send more speedlings in. Both people, you want to make sure both people have control, just in case one person isn't paying attention to particular units. You can see I'm getting lazy on my side. I have this SCV just sitting here, and I'm just working on pumping out units right now. I got 2 reactors. We win fast enough where he doesn't have to send me any more gas. You see, he takes control, and I'm just going around. I'm going around in a circle and just clicking, and it's basically all you got to do, really. And you can see, I'm really never you really never get low on resources if you get to a point in the game where you have to expand because you're out of resources in your base that you can use for this. You probably already lost, and you should just surrender, because by that time they'll have, especially with this, they'll have 30 to 40 stalkers out in both teams. When you have both teams going on, this guy tries to do something smart where he's got the, what are these called, sentries out, where he's gonna use a force field and block my marines out later in the game, because he's got some banelings that are going on, which banelings for Zerg are, in my opinion, it's the most overpowered thing in the game. When I play a person one versus one, doing the same tactic, marine rushing, I usually win against Protoss or another Terran player. But when there's Zerg, it's really tough, because once he realizes my strategy, a smart Zerg player will just mass banelings and keep like maybe 10 to 20 Zerglings behind him, and as soon as that happens, he just rolls the banelings right into my Marines and takes care of the rest with all the Zerglings, and I usually end up surrendering. So here you can see they flanked us, but I have so many Marines, he has so many Speedlings, it's to the point where it's not going to make a big difference at all. They're going to try to get away, but I thought it was going to be a close one here, but you can see almost all my Marines are green. He's sending out more Speedlings. I have like 20 something Marines back here. We'll go to units. You can see I have 45 Marines out. He has 4 Stalkers, 1 Zealot. He has 1 Observer and 1 Zealot. So this really isn't going to be a problem for me at all. I only have 15 SCVs out. I've seen that's a pretty decent amount. You don't really need any more than this. As you can see, there's only 1 or 2 times this entire game that I actually run out of minerals, which is right here, which is when I think I did all 4 and just clicked as fast as I could on the recruit. But yeah, this method's really simple. You don't need gas. You don't need to stop for gas. Just recruit as many SCVs as you can. I usually like to go 2 supply depots right at the beginning, and get out 10 to 15 SCVs before I even build a barracks. But this time I felt that I should build a barracks first, because Protoss do tend to expand really quickly. And you can see here we took out his pylons, which, if you're a Protoss player going against this, I've actually been beaten by a Protoss player using the 4 gate, because he put around 5 pylons throughout his warp gates, and by the time I killed all 5 pylons, my forces were so depleted that he could build 5 more without there really being much of a hassle. And you can see here it's lagging. I'm sending like 30 more Marines to go join forces with them. He's not really got much going on. He's got 8 Stalkers, and I realized when I sent all those and how many people we actually have that game over. This game was actually played because one of my friends at school, he thought he was the shit at this game, and we had to prove it to him that there are people who were better than him, because when we told him how we were going like on 10-0 runs and stuff, he's like, "Nah, you guys aren't good enough for that." And so he went to my friend's house, and my friend called me up, say, "Hey, get on real fast. We gotta show this guy what's up." Yeah, we showed him. It's pretty simple layout, just speedlings, banelings, and tons of marines. And I believe I get first place in this game. I have 82 marines out right now, and it's to the point where this guy's gonna have to have 25 void rays to make a difference. I don't think he realizes what's outside of his front gate, because usually people surrender by the time they notice that there's 80 marines and close to 60 zerglings by their gate. He's got one stalker out, or he's got 8 stalkers and one colossus out, and they're about to die. He uses a good tactic here, gets rid of almost all of the banelings, which, I mean, they weren't really necessary, but I made sure while he sent in the banelings, I made sure I got my marines to go around that force field and get him inside. Because once that happens, it's game over. You can see here, it's game over. And that's about it. That's a pretty simple strategy. 4 barracks, 2 reactors, pumping out marines. This guy doesn't want to give up so quickly, but yeah, you can see he's done. He hasn't even expanded or anything. The game got over too fast. Make sure you build a lot of supply depots as well, because that's a big factor in all this. See, this guy's about to leave. He left, and we won. Alright, so thanks for watching, subscribe, all that good stuff.